everybody, this is Bobby with BC Designs, and I am here to share a cute little card with you guys today. So I'm going to be using the decorative trees again. I used this for my online class this week. It is just such an awesome bundle. Some of the dies are out because I have them for this card that I'm using, but you get 17 dies and 14 images, and I absolutely love this stamp set. Okay, so this is the card that I'm going to share with you guys. So wild wheat has finally found its place in my craft room. Fall and Christmas cards, I guess. So I used the countryside corners to die cut out the little flap there on the front, and then I also embossed it using the Birch 3D embossing folder. And then I cut a strip. I will have to measure this because I can't remember. It was days ago. This is 2 inches by 5 1/4. And it's the strip right there. And then I used the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder to emboss that. Let me just get these out of our way. And then I'm using basic white cardstock for the inside that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then the designer series paper, if I can grab mine. Oh, mine's ripped so bad. I have been using this a lot and my plastic is ripped. It's the Traditions of Saint Nick 12 by 12 designer series paper, and that is one of my favorite DSPs as well. So I'm going to bring this over just like this so I can show you. I went ahead and die cut these out on cherry cobbler, and this is just the star, the bows, and the little like ribbon that's on there. And then I went ahead and die cut using garden green, and this die or not garden green, I'm sorry, mossy meadow. I used to cut out the tree, and then I already have my basic white piece in here. And I did use adhesive sheets. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can see it. But as you can tell, I didn't have like the full strip. I just had a tiny strip, but that will still work. So I went ahead and put my adhesive strip on the back of that. We'll pop that out when we need to. And I did use adhesive strips too for this piece, just so that way I can use that to help adhere them down. Let's go ahead and move this stuff and we'll get started really quick. Oh, and I'm also using the wild wheat ribbon. I'm not sure if this has the name, rustic striped ribbon. So we're using that. I'm using mossy meadow ink, and then our sentiment is going to be a very Merry Christmas. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that first. Now on the inside of this one, I put the 3 little bulbs, and the only reason I did that was because I already had them die cut out. I'm not a fan of that, so I'm not going to do it on this card, but you can if you like that. I just, after I did it, I was like, yeah, it's not the greatest. Okay, we'll just adhere this piece. And we're just going to leave a little bit. I'm going to drop it down just a little bit more. That's good right there. And then I'm just going to ink up that sentiment. And we'll just put it right there, like that. That's all the stamping we have to do. And then we'll put adhesive on the back. And then we'll just adhere this. Just want to make sure I have it centered. Just like that. Close that up. And then we'll go ahead and put this piece on. I'm just going to center it too. Just like that. And this piece, we're only going to put adhesive on this one side, and you do want to leave enough room, so kind of move it over for your ribbon to go on there. So I'm just going to put adhesive. I'm actually going to use the plus just because that's embossed and it is stronger. So I'm just going to just make sure you're not getting adhesive on the side, or it will stick and won't open properly. So I'm going to, yep, that's good. I just wanted to make sure before I actually put some force on there. Okay, yep, still good. And then we'll take our ribbon, we're going to lay it in there. And then I'm just going to cut myself a big long piece to make sure I have enough to tie myself a nice bow. going to make sure I don't have it twisted on the inside. And then right here, kind of in the center is what I'm aiming for. I'm just going to tie myself a bow. I may not have cut myself enough so I could have a nice big ribbon, or I mean a nice big bow. Okay, I can't get that one through, so let's start that over. Let me even it up actually a little bit, and that might help. That might help a little bit. Thought I cut myself enough. I'm not the best bow tire in the world. Okay, oh, that'll work. Let's get that right there. I'm just gonna kind of finagle it a little bit. I do want to trim this one because it's a little bit longer than that other piece. Okay, now let's go ahead and we'll start this fun process of poking out all these little holes. Usually when you pull off that tape, it's going to pull those out, but there is a lot of space on here where I don't have tape, and I know it's on the sides, so I'm going to go ahead and use my pick tool to help me get those out. You can use the little brush if you have it. I have it, but I didn't bring it over. So I'm just trying to make sure I get the most of them that may not have that adhesive. I know the ones directly in the center should, for the most part. If you guys didn't catch my Facebook Live, I don't know what's happening. Facebook will not let me go live for the last 2 weeks. I've set it up the same as I've always set those up, and it allows me to do it on YouTube, but for some reason Facebook's not liking me. It's not showing me the love. So you can watch it here on YouTube. I offer them every Wednesday at noon, and it's my free with purchase class, so you can earn the make and take packets. If you place an order, I send you those for free. You don't have to spend any money on the make and take packets. The shipping, everything I pay for. So I just line it up at the top and don't push it down really hard like I'm doing right now until I have it positioned where I want it. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this in and we'll just cut this off so we don't have to deal with that big piece. And then we'll pop these out. And there's 4 of these ribbons and I only used 3, as you can tell. And I used I think it was like the second to the largest one was the one I did not use. And then we'll pop the star out. And then all these cute little bows. I use these bows on my Christmas tree. Not these exact bows, but I like bows on trees, and I have like the red velvet ones. And I love those. My boys, when they were little, they absolutely hated tying each one of those individual bows on the tree, and now I have to do it, unfortunately, by myself. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to peel this off. Well, we can put that on last, I guess. This is the hardest part for me is, let's put the ribbon down first now that I'm kind of thinking about what I'm doing. That is the hardest part for me, is finding the little peel part. And if I can't find it, I'll show you what I do. I take my pick tool and just kind of nicely start messing with it. And that'll pop that up enough. So hopefully my fingernail can get underneath it. And I'm going to bring this in so I can kind of see. And I think we're going to go from there to there. And then the second largest one. That one was a nice guy. It peeled right off. We're going to do it from here to there. And then our baby one. I love our adhesive sheets. They just make it so much easier for these tiny little pieces where we don't have to, oh, gotta move it up where I can get it on there. There we go. And then we'll start. So I wanted to put that down first so I could figure out then where I wanted to put my bows. And you could use the multi-purpose glue if you want to. I just I always get my hands so sticky. So let's try the little I'm going to rip it thing and see if that helps on this one. I just keep doing that until I get it peeled back enough where I can grab it. Just be careful, don't rip your cardstock. Okay, and then we'll put one here. I don't know if I should just do the pick tool or try to pick them with my finger. Let's do that. This is a tiny little piece to be holding. There we go. Once you get it started, see that one kind of ripped on the side, but they all just kind of come off. And then I did overlap a few of them, like on the ribbon itself. Flip that over. I thought my putty yesterday was dried up and empty because yesterday on my live, when I twisted it, nothing came up. Okay, and then we'll put this one, if I can get it off of my finger, right there. And I apologize that this is taking so long. I knew it would for the video when I designed it, but I love the look so much that I didn't care. And I hope you guys don't either. And you don't have to put this many if you think that's too many and you don't want to put that many. Just put however many you want. Just if you use my little pick tool trick, just be careful. Don't rip your cardstock. I don't want you yelling at me that you messed up your die cut. I haven't ever. I'm soft with it, but at the same time, kind of rough with it too, trying to get it to come off there. Okay, now I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. Sorry, I don't know what is going on with my voice right now. I have very bad allergies. And I do kind of feel a scratch in my throat, so probably need to take a drink of water. But we're almost done, so I'll save it. Okay, let's go ahead and put this right in the center of that label. And then we'll grab our star. And I am going to go ahead and put a little mini dimensional on the back of there as well, just to pop that guy up. Okay, guys, that is it. That is my card for you today. I hope that you like it. So there it is without the little bells on the inside. I hope that you guys like it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're not following me on Facebook, I would really appreciate it if you would head over there. It's BC Designs and start following me there too. Thanks, guys. God bless.